Welcome back to Snowrunner on PS4 for episode 7 with me, MrSealyp. At the end of the previous episode, we unlocked the last of the watchtowers, and on one of those watchtowers, this popped up: the Kodiak, stranded, abandoned, etc. So, first things first, I'm going to go and grab the Kodiak. My plan for today's episode, and if you've watched any of the previous ones, you'll know the plans go out the window at the drop of a hat, depending on what we unlock and what we find. But I want to get this out. I'm going to take it to the store, have a look at the options available on it, see if upgrading it will be a better option than some of the ones we got. Then I'm going to sell some of my vehicles. I'm going to sell maybe 2 of my lorries, maybe 1, maybe just that. I haven't really decided yet. I don't know if this is going to be able to pull it. This is going to be a bit of a tug of war here, but we'll try. I'm just going to pull myself into the water, aren't I? If I try and get on a bit more sturdy ground. It's moving. There we go. Chevrolet Kodiak C70. Yeah, so we'll try and get this out. To say that I'm mildly addicted to playing this game is a huge understatement. As I said before, I'm still doing my Farming Simulator videos, but I was talking to Silly G, my daughter, about this the other day, and the thing with this is a pick up and play. So every time I'm thinking, I'll just put it on and I'm just going to play. I'm going to do a load, I'm just going to open up some stuff, I'm going to drive around the map, do a bit of exploring. And there's no preparation, there's no setup, there's no, like with Farming Simulator, you wait for crops to grow and stuff like that. On here, you're not. And every time I'm just sitting playing, I'm thinking, I could be recording this. Oh, that bit was quite cool, I could record that. So there's no... I think that's the biggest thing, there's no prep, there's nothing required in advance. This is pulling alright. So at the moment, the Snowrunner to Farming Simulator video, the ratio is off. I understand that, I totally get it. I'm still doing my Farming Simulator videos, I will be putting them up. But I'm just putting more of these up at the moment. That's just... don't worry. Can I get this out? If I can back up and winch at the same time, come on. This has got to come out, surely. Now this is one of those vehicles that potentially, what I'm going to do, if I can get it out, we'll have a look at damage, etc. I think it needs everything. I know from the previous episode when we found it, everything was showing as red, so it all needs loads of repair. This will be something I'll get in and I will restore it back to the garage. It just makes sense, get it restored back to the garage, it automatically gets repaired, now I could go and get a vehicle, bring out a whole workshop vehicle, garage trailer with repair stuff and fuel and all the rest of it, and I could do that. And if you want to go for a more immersive gameplay, that's exactly what you would do. You would drive off, get another vehicle, come back, repair all of this, then tow them both out together or whatever you want to do. But for speed of looking at options and things available, I'm going to restore it, and then I'm going to look in the garage menu because I want to show people something based upon comments I've received. Yeah, look at that, everything's red, no fuel, and it's... how did it end up there? That's what I want to know. Yeah, blimey. Yeah, that's going to be a restore job, I think. I will just not restore. Sorry, restore. Recover. I meant recover. Restore's in the garage menu, isn't it? Isn't it? No, deploy. There's so many different words. Right, let's recover it. So everything's fixed, fully repaired, fully restored. We're good to go. I'm going to look at the options. I'm not going to go through all of them in front of you because obviously going through all the different options, things available, can take quite a while, but I'll kind of skip through. I do know on this though, as part of the part of the DLC, as part of the season pass, you get that colour scheme on it. That's fantastic. Do like that as an option. That's pretty cool. Right. I've been through, I've had a look. I've done a few bits and bobs to it, but I think I'm going to sell this because it's worth a fair bit, and I've got a couple already. I don't know. It's a big decision. Oh dear. Now I have got this. I've got the GMC and I've got the Fleet Star. What's that? Fleet Star. So 2 of these will go. That will add money into the coffers. Now I have got 2 backs on those. I don't need 2 backs on those. And again, that's I'm going to get rid of. I'm going to get rid of the GMC because that doesn't have all-wheel drive and diff lock and stuff. That's what I'm going to do. So that has been sold. The Kodiak. And this is my garage. And this is what I wanted to show everybody. I'm fully aware of the slot system. I'm fully aware of the L1, R1. And when I said my pickup's gone, it has gone. It really has. Now, to sell an item, you click on retain and it puts it into this menu here. When you come into this menu here under trucks, it then gives you option to sell. It doesn't give you the option to sell out in the normal slot menu. You have to retain it, then click on trucks. At the moment now that's showing nothing. So if I go across, empty slot, scout, but what has returned, bizarrely, we're going to have a look in a minute, is the Khan. Pickup's gone, Khan is there, and I'm going to show you. So that's what I'm going to buy, the International Paystar. I've been having a look at the various different options. There's some more expensive stuff and there's various different ones, but I'm going to go with this because this is an off-road truck, and that's what I want. Now with this, I'm going to do a few upgrades. I don't know what's available. I did think about going for a kind of army like a coyote brown, maybe. Then I thought maybe a green khaki, and I thought, you know what, I want something bright. Yeah, I'm going for that. It's a bit gaudy. I thought maybe orange or something, but no, I'm going for that because I actually have done my Khan in orange. So options available. I'm just going to go through it. I'm going to have a look at everything. Oh, cabin protector. That's only £1,000. Shall I get that? Does that make a big difference? Don't know. We'll have a look. Exhausts. Shall I get those? Yeah. Now, so far as I've been going through, I've been finding the rim options are pretty much the same for all of the trucks so far, I think. I'm going to change the bumper as well, I think. I've got enough money. So, yeah, I'm going to get that. Let's get the hinged bumper. It's nice and high, gives me good ground clearance for going up steep slopes. I'm not going to catch on anything. Right. There's nothing on there. So, onto the vehicle itself. Nothing on engine. Nothing on gearbox yet. Suspension. Nope. Nothing on raised. Tyres. What have we got? What have we got? Ooh. There's small terrains there. That might not be a bad idea. An off-road truck with some all-terrains on it. That's going to give me a few more options like that. Winch. Nope, leave that. Diff lock, engageable, that's already on. Spare wheel, not that bothered. Snorkel. Yeah, we'll stick that on. Might as well go for the intake air filter. Yeah, we'll have that. Frame add-ons, I'm going to put a back on this. And then when I sell the others, I think, and again, this is all part of the process of, remembering this, we're all new to this. We're all new to this version of the game. That when I sell the other ones, you get paid for the vehicle and all of the add-ons on it? Or do you just get paid for the flat, what the vehicle's worth? Not sure about that. So what I'm intending to do in a little while is we're going to go in. I thought I'd just skip time forward. We'll do it in the light, it's easier. It's a beastie. It's a bit of a beastie, this. I like it. I want to do a couple of jobs. I'm not sure I'm happy with that cab protector. That trailer's now sitting, or the flatbed's sitting a long way back. I'm just thinking for hooking up trailers, is that overhanging too far at the back with that cab protector on? Yeah, look at that. I might have to remove that. Decisions. Yeah, I think that's going to go. I just sort of test the horns out. Right, cab protector's gone. I did get rid of it, and I thought I'd just give it a go. I'm gonna have a bit of a blaze around, a bit of a bit of a tonk around with it. So I thought I'd clear the rock slide on this contract. It's just a test, you know. We will have a look at some more options. So that's that bit done. Let's accept the contract. I got the service spare part, so what should happen now is I can now unload. So I can kind of do it all at once. I've got more into the habit of going and checking in the menu, looking at the tasks first, then collecting stuff before I go and accept the job. Does that make sense? Just kind of, you know, I'll probably have a look at that in a little bit more detail. Yeah. Now at the moment, and I've kind of mentioned it, I am recording by recording, then coming in and sometimes having to do my voiceover later, because the fan on my PlayStation is going nuts playing this. But as of yesterday, right, so what have we done then? We've opened up that, we opened up the bridge there, we cleared the roadblock that was along here. What's next? That. Let's do that one next. There's also the upgrade I want to get before the end of this episode too. Yep, it will just be a bit of a... I think then what I'll do is off camera, I'm going to jump in the car or something. I'm just going to have a bit of a bimble round. I do want to do that as well at some point. Just clear all the main routes so it's easy for manoeuvring, for getting around the map. So I'm going to pick up a few of those. But I'll do some of those, like I say, I'll do some of those off camera, because if you do one rock slide clearance, the next one's going to be pretty much the same. It'll only be if I've got to go across arduous terrain and that kind of thing that things will change. But yeah, so what I've now done, I've got some compressed air, sprayed out all the inside of my PlayStation and hopefully cleared the heatsink. As of last night, it seems to be better. This is being recorded over the top, this voiceover at the moment, this particular bit. But then hopefully we'll see if we can record at the same time, talk at the same time as recording, without the fan causing too much problem. That's my plan. We'll see. So, back in the garage, and what I want to do is show you what I was talking about the slots and about the pickup, because people are still telling me I've got to look in the slots and my pickup is there and that I just don't know what I'm doing, kind of thing. There's the Khan. The Khan is still there. Or I say still there, the Khan is now there. Where it was, I don't know. So those are the ones I've got in the garage at the moment. Now for transport, you need to retain it and then go to another map and it will go with you. But if you come back without it, you can make a mistake. So what I'm going to do is go from Michigan to Alaska. We'll go to Northport, check in the garage there, and what we're going to do is look in each of the garages. I know it seems a bit overkill, but I just want to knock this on the head. I just want to knock it on the head and stop the comments, people telling me that it's there and I'm an idiot. Not that anyone's used the word idiot, but right, so this one, empty slots. Look at the top, they're all empty, there's nothing in him. And if I had trucks stored, retained, the trucks icon above where it says truck store would be highlighted. So I would be able to click on trucks and I could get my retained vehicle and deploy it. There's nothing in there. There's nothing in the trucks either. So we're going to go from Northport to Tamir. Sorry, Tamir, Russia. That one has opened up as well. We'll have a look in there, just in case, you know, you never know. I might have accidentally, so like I say, trucks above should say, it'll be highlighted if I had something retained. Nothing retained and all the slots are empty. It's not in here either. Honestly, hand on heart, the pickup's gone. I don't know where. I don't know what happened to it. I definitely didn't sell it. I would have had the money in the bank account. My money would have gone up by about 11 and a half, 12 grand. So this will be a map we're going to come and have a look at. Well, we're going to have a look at all of them, hopefully. That's the plan. We'll open up a few and we'll see what's available and jobs. I want to do a drilling one. I want to have a go at an oil one. So I'm going to go back to Michigan because also we've got Smithfield Dam that we opened up in the previous episode. Again, just in case. All empty. It really has gone. Really has gone. Never mind. So we'll head back to Michigan because I've got work to do. Okay, let's deploy the Khan, shall we? Well, not deploy, but we'll leave the garage with it. So moved over from, because this originally said in the early episodes when I looked at this, it was only available in Alaska, but we've got it. Now, this one I have equipped with the autonomous winch. I've also equipped it with the gearbox we found, the Snowrunner gearbox, which gives us 3 low-range gears, and I want to show you something with that as well. Just because, again, you may not be aware, you may not have found this yet, you know, you may be completely new to the game, you may not have ever played MudRunner, but I don't know. So, L1 is your clutch, so that's your gear stick down the bottom there. So we can go up to high, which I never had problems. I always had problems with that on MudRunner. I think you've got to be going a fair old speed to get that to work. Now, low range box, we've now got low, which is what we had before. But now we've got low, sort of low 1. Actually, probably better if I back up. We've also, you can put it in reverse, you can put it in auto and then just reverse. But, thanks for all the comments from everyone that let me know, with diff lock on you can reverse, but that can happen. Diff lock and diff lockers should only be engaged on rough terrain, not on tarmac. I had that on one of my old Land Rovers for snow and ice and mud and all sorts of stuff. The diff lockers were brilliant. Putting it in diff lock low range was great, but it caused real problems. Sorry. So low range 1, low range 2, low range 3. So those are all low range. Plus you can then do low range with diff lock as well if you're out and about in the mud. So yeah, on tarmac and stuff like that, the diffs wind up. It can cause extra tyre wear and all sorts of things like that. It's not great for turning. It's not, you know, you really shouldn't do it on a solid ground. So what I love on here is that that's actually been put in. If you stick the diff lockers on and try and drive with the diff locks on tarmac, well, on this version anyway, the Snowrunner gearbox doesn't like it. So anyway, yeah, just a quick look at that, a brief, you know. I'm going to get out in the international Paystar. We are going to do a job. I think I was going to look at doing the down power line was the next bit of road I wanted to clear. That was right from the first episode where we first build the bridge, we cross over and we head into the garage. The left hand, the junction to the left, there's a down power line. Now here at the garage there was already a trailer with metal pipe on. Now I tried to deliver metal pipe out to the power lines and it took it out the back of here, but then didn't show as being done, so I'm puzzled. So what we can do now, and this is another thing, thank you for all the comments, I need to get into the habit of doing these things more often, it's the start tracking option. So when you look into the menu you can look here and you can see where everything is, where you can collect it from and where you've got to deliver it to. If you do the start tracking option, it puts it in the top right hand corner, it tells you what's been delivered and what hasn't, and I really do need to get into the habit of doing that. But what I want to do now is go off-road in this. Now if you think back to episode 4, was it episode 4, when I recovered the tanker with one of my original trucks, and going through this section here that we're about to go through was tricky to say the least. This is an off-road truck. Higher suspension already, and we can go higher. All-wheel drive. We can put diff lock on. I haven't got a Snowrunner gearbox for this yet, but you'll notice straight away I would never have attempted going through this with the other truck. I would have got stuck. So low range, diff locks on. This thing just keeps on chugging. It's brilliant. There are, of course, other options available. There are loads of different trucks that we will gradually unlock, or will gradually be unlocked. The further through the game you go, the more XP you accrue. You'll unlock more and more stuff, you'll level up. But that's brilliant. Now, I could have sold everything right off the start, and a lot of people said to me, look, just sell everything and buy an off-road truck, and then you can just go, get on with it straight away. I wanted to go through the motions of a bit of a build-up, try with other vehicles. I wanted to have a bit of a challenge and try, and then I think you kind of appreciate when you do upgrade. You appreciate those upgrades, like this thing. Now I'm like, wow, if I'd have gone straight to this episode 1, sell everything, buy this, I never would have had a chance to experience those other vehicles. And a big part of playing a game like this, unless you are just all about the finish, you just want to get it done, you want to achieve everything, accomplish everything as quickly as possible, biggest machinery, let's go. I think a big chunk of this is about trying things out, trying everything, having a go with all different sorts of vehicles. But that's my own personal preference, that's my own personal opinion. Everyone plays the game differently, and that's the beauty of gaming. You can do it all different ways. Right, I just skipped ahead. It was a little bit more of the same. We are at the warehouse, and we need concrete blocks. These are going to be heavy. Okay. I do want to at some point have a go with maybe have a go with getting one of these trucks and having the crane attachment. And having a go at manually loading, maybe, just to experience it. I want to have a go. Maybe I'll just do a short episode of just doing that. Yeah. Whoa. That had a nice bit of slide to it. This thing just seems to go over and through everything. I don't doubt there's going to be something somewhere on the map and on the maps that is going to bog this down, but for the moment, happy. Right, back at the garage, we're going to hook up the metal pipes, metal planks. I think it's referred to metal planks. I've got a funny feeling. I think it's to do with the. Just look at my fuel as well. I should have really refueled, but I think it's to do with the tracking. Because I didn't put the tracking on, and that this bit of voiceover is going. It is a voiceover. I'm not doing this at the time. That's why I'm saying. What I should have done was put the tracking on, show tracking, because that tells you what parts of the contract you've done already. And I think when I took the metal planks, it took them but didn't show anything else because it's not contract complete. If I'd have had show tracking on, that would have shown me in the top right hand corner that I had delivered the metal planks. Because I think I'm going to take these metal planks over and they're not going to be needed. I've got a funny feeling. So all these things, like I say, I'm learning as I go, and then we'll get to a point where I will be doing all the things that I should be doing, in inverted commas. I mean, I can do them any way I want, but things that I should be kind of adding in, I suppose. Change view options on here. If I click down on my R3, I can go in cab. But first of all, if you've got a trailer on the back and you press R3, it goes behind the trailer. So it will go behind the trailer, then in cab, then back to behind the truck you're in. So truck, trailer, cab, If you haven't got a trailer attached, it will just go truck, cab, but if you have got a trailer, it'll the camera view bounces back behind the trailer you're pulling. The detail on the back of that is incredible. I'm liking the Paystar. I'm liking it. Okay, this is where I find out. This is where I find out that I made a mistake. Cargo management. So, concrete blocks should be delivered. And like I said, I've got a funny feeling I'm not going to need the metal pipes. Concrete blocks, 2 of 2. Yep, task complete. So the pipes I had delivered earlier were delivered. They didn't just vanish. That was just me. Oh well. Again, you live and learn. Right, what's next? Clearing roadblocks or rock falls, clearing the power line. Oh, I was going to build that bridge, wasn't I? There's also a site down there because there's contracts like side tasks, and then there's contracts for companies. There's all the ones for the drilling company that I might take a look at as well. I wouldn't mind having a go at a drilling contract. Just to use some of that equipment that, you know, all the kind of preamble, because I follow Snowrunner on Twitter and they were releasing all their stuff regularly, weren't they, about all the vehicles coming out, and then there's the seismic thing and all sorts of stuff. So that's gone. Bridge we did. So I know I'm going back over this again. Roadblock there we cleared. So it is that. That's the next one I'm going to do. We'll do that. And then I'll go for the upgrade. Yep. So, wooden bridge. Wooden planks. Do that on the way. I might drop off this trailer I've got in the back of here and just whiz over, and we'll get that done. Why not? Makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Yep, I'll do that. I'll drop this off somewhere. Up at the petrol station, I think, the gas station. I'll leave it there. We are at the lumber yards. The trailer was dropped off. Dropped off up at the gas station. So, wooden planks times 2. Hopefully we shouldn't have too much trouble getting over to that. It's actually just right behind the lumber mill here. If I go over in that direction, just over there, that's the right way, isn't it? I love that, bouncing over the tracks for the crane lift, the hoist. That's brilliant. Yeah, hopefully we don't get bogged down or stuck or anything silly. Yeah, it's just over there. Go across that, through, and that little bit of water there could be a problem. Sure, we'll be fine. Oh, well that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Oh, an update. I think that's something we're going to find as we go around the map. That not all the updates appear when you open up the watchtowers. And there are going to be parts of the map, these greyed out areas, and possibly even around the map as well, that as you kind of go exploring, tonking around, you know, when you've got a bit of downtime, you're not actually doing a job or a contract or a mission, and you just think, you know what, I'm going to get a 4x4 and just blaze around the map. That you're going to come across them. Which again, it's a nice thing. It kind of encourages you to do that exploration. Raised for the fleet star. Okay, that's nice. We can get that off the ground. I'm thinking as well then, if we can raise the fleet star, Will that give us the option for larger tyres as well then? Because I'm pretty sure it says it needs to be raised before it will allow... Maybe. Maybe. So I'm thinking, looking ahead from here, next episode, what I probably am going to do off camera, I might do a short little montage of clips. I'm going to go on to Smithfield Dam and I'm going to... Oops, is that a tree stump? Did I just... I don't know. And unlock watchtowers and maybe pick up a few upgrades here and there, maybe. Because I'm very aware I need to kind of unlock some more maps, you know, because I want to clear this. I want to do Michigan, the first one, Black River, but I do want to open up more. So this contract I haven't even started yet. This was just looking in the menu. So what we'll do is accept the task. And now we need to deliver the wood. So we kind of do it all in one go. So by looking at the task in advance on the main map, I can bring the resources over and do it all in one go. And as you see, top right hand corner, I did put on the show tracking, so it's up there. Oh, there we go. It's a bit ramshackle, but it will do. It's a convenient pathway, that's the main thing. Right, so, last thing to do on this episode. I think I'm going to go for that upgrade, the one that I've looked at a couple of times on the map, which I think is just over to the left of where we are, just along the river to the left. There's a little islandy bit that hopefully we can get to. So I'm going to grab the Khan, we'll whiz out there, grab that upgrade, and I think that'll be it for this episode, I think. And then I'll have a look at Smithfield and we'll kind of move on from there. Right then. It looks like I can get down to the river along here. This Khan's brilliant. Do you notice from the back, I don't know if it's just me, it looks a little bit like a mini G-Wagon. The old Mercedes G-Wagon, it looks a little bit like that from the back. It's only when you come round it's more rounded across the bonnet and down the sides, but from the back it does have a little bit of a... I've put flared wheel arches on this and side runners, sideboard runners, not sideboards, it's not a sideboard, I suppose you might call it, but anyway. Now, the beauty with the autonomous winch is the autonomous winch, according to the description, runs off the battery, not off the engine. So, you know, sometimes, and fingers crossed I haven't done it yet, so this could be a complete waste of money, it's expensive. If you roll over and the engine stalls and then that's it, normally you've got to come and recover yourself or recover back to the garage. The autonomous winch works off the battery, which means you can still winch even if you're on your side, I think, but I haven't tried it yet because I haven't rolled over at any point. How deep is this? It was 9,400 to buy, but if it works like that, it's worth every penny, because then you can technically recover yourself. Right, what's this upgrade? Not available for the current truck, there's a surprise. Upgrade to an engine. 4. Oh, GMC, the Kodiak and the Fleet Star, so we can do a bit more upgrading to vehicles. That's good. That's kind of the point of the upgrades, I think, isn't it? So yeah, I mean, I don't know, unless I try and put myself in a position where I deliberately roll over and then try the winch out. I could do that, I suppose, couldn't I? I also want to get to a level where, with the Khan especially, I can get a roof box on as well with some repair and fuel in it as well, which I think is something like level, I want to say 11, maybe 14. I'm trying to think from the menu. I can't off the top of my head. So we're looking good. There's a few grey areas that need to be looked at. There's a few trailers dotted around here and there which we can go and collect at different points and maybe sell. Obviously there's all these around the back of there, there's jobs that can be done. There's that scout trailer. I'm sure that's just a little, like a pickup trailer rather than a semi-trailer, I think. So we'll go around and we'll do a few bits. Like I say, I might do some of this off screen. If I find a particularly good hill climb challenge or a rock crawling section or something, I don't know, we might have a bit of a go. And as we start to unlock more stuff and more stuff becomes obvious and available, someone did comment and say, If you're not sure of how to do stuff, there is this thing called Google, and I understand, I get that. I could just look it up and find out and do it, but I want to kind of try and learn and find out myself. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do, thanks for watching.